Hello, hi friends. How's it going? How we doing? Beautiful day to build in the video game, something like that. I want to do some stuff today. We are going to build. We are going to open the game first, actually. I am feeling good. I got more sleep than I got last night, so months one update. Oh, that's a lot. You know, it might as well. So yesterday, I made a very cool background. Although, I probably will want to add some more to it, which I'm probably going to do today, just like touch up on a few details. And then I can start working on some of the foreground assets that I have planned for this part. And it's going to be great. So I just want to see real quick where I left off. We'll go from there. How you put it away? That's loud. Yeah, this is what I came up with yesterday. I'm pretty happy with this. I think that's pretty cool. I think it's pretty good. You are so loud. Okay, one thing I do notice, though, is like this asteroid in particular right here. That is area parent. Okay, where's the center of this object? Really? In the middle? Okay, it feels like that one's rotating super funkily. I guess maybe not. I guess I'm just crazy. Okay, fuck, what do I want to do for now? I want to add some... Okay, first and foremost, are these B4? These are on B4. Okay, I noticed some B fighting, or some Z fighting with these, and I was not super impressed with that. So let me just select... Oh, that's a lot of objects. I'm gonna throw these on B3 for now, and I'll just have... You know, it works, right? I want this background to be fine, and messing around with the layering of the satellites is really tricky, and I don't want to do it. Yeah, like, if it's something that I can avoid, then I'm gonna avoid it, right? Okay, I want to see what this would look like if these were moved up a couple blocks. Kind of like that. So I have a very specific vision that I want for this. It could work, yeah. Only issue is now, like, the kind of star in the background is completely overlapping with it, so I think I'll just move it back down. Oh, man, what do I want? Oh, there's a great many things I want. So many answers to that question. I am going to... Oh, what am I going to do? I still wish this... Wait, where the hell is it? Oh, I wish this button right here, the C button, if this button worked right here, it would make my life so easy. Is it 164? It is 164. That's kind of weird. Okay. Oh, okay. I know what I was gonna do. Yeah. Okay, so I want to like maybe extend this down a little bit. Yeah, that could work. And then for this, I want this planet to be covered more. Why is this giving me issues? Like maybe half covering that. Okay, now I need to make this bigger. That's what needs to happen. Yeah, yeah. How'd you get... Wait, what? How do you get the background on the screen using the guy trigger? Oh, that's because I'm using a really funny little doodad. So I'm using an area move trigger to snap... there's like a weird... Oh, where the hell is it? I'm using an area move to snap this hexagon to the center of the camera. Because for whatever reason, this button right here, the C button, this button on the area trigger works. Like, this actually like moves things to, like, uses the center of the camera as a reference point. In here, this does not. This does nothing. Or actually, it does something, but it locks it to the bottom left-hand corner of your screen, which is so bizarre for whatever reason. So I'm area moving this to the center of the screen, and then everything on this background is advanced following to it using this camera guide as a reference. So it's dumb that I have to do this, but that's what I'm doing. It's the camera doodad, as I have called it. Okay, I like that, yeah, gradient better. Although the fucking rotating star particles are still being super dumb, and I don't know why they're doing that. Like, you can see that, right? You can see how choppily they're moving. It's not the end of the world, but I don't like it. Is this max particles? Okay, I want to like experiment. Maybe increase the size of them a little bit. That is maybe not. Well, hold on. You never know. Let's take a look at this. It could be good. You never know. You know what? I think that is good. I think I do like that. I want to show them variation in the alphas, though. I'm going to slap a plus or minus 1 on that. Yeah, potentially. I don't know. Start. That's fine. I don't have an issue with that. Okay, you know what? I might not be super worrying about that. Okay, fuck. Actual blocks now. I have to, like, think about this. I have to, like, put my thinking cap on and think about how I want to do this. I know the general shape of the thing that I want. It's just that actually putting that in the editor is going to be tricky. Tricky indeed. Tell you what. These are, what are these? These are right here. What's the farthest back one? 0.5. No, that's not true. It's gonna be this one. Okay, so it's 2, so it is 4 times. No. 1, 2, 3. No, it is 4 times as far away from the camera. Okay, yeah, because... No, 5 times, because, yeah, 0.2 times 5 is 1. Right? It should be 0.25. Yeah, it is. Okay. Fucking math is fun, and I like it. I want to have a cool parallax beam going all the way out here, so... Let us... I'm not going to use these objects. I've already learned my lesson for that. Let's use... For parallax, for the gradient borders, let's use crosshair particle 1, sure. Let's scale these down. Okay, those will be good. Let's go 181, 2, 3, And 4 on those. We can throw down a gradient trigger, wherever the hell it is. Somewhere. Here it is. ID 5, vertex mode. What were the things I gave these again? It was like 181, right? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that should be top left. Okay. Is it gonna let me 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, yeah, it's there. Let's see here. Yeah, did I do that right? I did do that right. Okay, so I'm gonna need to make 3 different planes that you're viewing this from. So this will be the top plane. I will saturation these. The red ones will be far away. And then the green ones will be up close. So I'm just gonna let's get a thing up here going. Just so I can better visualize this. Okay, so this is going to be the panel on this side. Like this. Make a parallax with gradients? Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing, actually. Speed 99. This will go in the next layer, 100. And this will be on 101 for these. Okay, that way it's just super easy to look at. There should only be 2 of these, so it shouldn't be that big of an organization issue. So, this was the farthest layer back, 165, I'm pretty sure, right? Yes. So, I'll give these 165. And then it's just copy pasting and build helper in this. Simple as copy paste, build helper, and go to the next layer, 100. Just rotate it like that. And then do that one more time. Copy paste, build helper, 101. I'm going to move this entire thing back here. That way it loads the gradients before you get into the part. So there should be 2 of these per thing. That makes sense. Hi, I didn't glaze the background enough on Discord, so I'm here to glaze it some more. Thank you. I am also very happy with how the background turned out. So these are B1. I'm trying to remember how gradients layer themselves again. Okay, by default, these are just incorrect, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because they're in background, so... Do they layer above everything on a layer? They do, that is an issue. So I guess I'll have to stick these on B4 then. Okay. So, if I just move these on top of each other, like so. And then I'm going to need to make all of these. Is this just background color? What color is this? This is 71. Let's make these... No, hold on. Shit, I don't... Okay, I'll need to... So the top color will be bright. So... Wow, okay, that's going to take a while to select. Okay, let's just go up here. Copy values for the top one. Can I paste color? Will that work? Okay, yeah, I guess it'll work. CHS found this. 1.64, that's easy enough. For the sides, make one of them this shade, sure. Paste color. You are double saturation, half brightness. And then I'll make the other one pretty dark. I'll make it this shade. Paste color. Okay, 13 extra hue, fucking crazy saturation, and that. Okay. I already forgot. God damn it. 13. 13. 4.28. Yeah, I can't even set it that far. Oh my god. And it was like 0.24, right? Something like that. Oh, I can just edit it. Lol. 4.24, 28, 2428. And you know, it would help if I set it to background color. There we go. Now that should be a little beam going outwards. I want to see what it looks like. Yeah, see, there it is. Although I need to render them differently. So the one on top should be rendered first. Okay, that says... Okay, let's grab all these. Yeah, because gradients are kind of weird in how they need to be rendered. So I want this one to go first. And then it'll be this one directly afterwards. And then it will be this one. So that's how to be layered, but when I pass through into the middle, so I kind of want to get here, I will need to toggle this gradient off. You gonna make any ground, or is it all space and scaffolding? That is for you to find out. Okay, then once I get here, I will disable ID5. Bam. Is that how that works? What side is this? This is that side. Okay. That is how that works. Okay, so then, yeah, once you pass halfway over it, which is just right here, I will disable that gradient. Happy to be back. Happy to be building. Okay, why? That's still not rendering properly. Why? Oh, fucking, I'm a dumbass. That's why it's not rendering properly. Okay, yeah, because this one needs to be good. Okay, it's in order. That's right. Like this. That's how it needs to go. I had it completely backwards. There we go. Yeah. That's a very primitive and easy shape to work with. So now what we can do, 99 this, 100, 101, and all of these, copy paste and build helper. And I'll place these under this one. Kind of just in the middle of it. I want to line this up better. I'll leave it right there. Actually, I'll line up the satellites around it. That way it's just easier. I need this to be kind of in the middle of those blocks. Like, kind of like that. There we go. And I'll do the same for here. And then I'll just move these back here. That should be both of those done. Yeah, you can see that one coming in way on the edge. Oh, that one had a weird rendering issue. Why? Why did that do that? Okay, I'll figure that out later. Now I can hide these and get them out of the way. Okay, I want to see what's actually happening here. So that's all good. I can see that right there. Oh, it's not disabling. That's what it's doing. Why is it not disabling? Okay. Should be right here, right? That should be disabling whatever this one is. This gradient, the bottom one, ID 11. This should be disabling 11. Okay, that's why it's not doing it. Yeah, okay. Oops, that was the wrong one. Hold on. Oh, it was this one. Oh, it's ID 9. That's why. Now. There we go. Okay, actually, I want to make it the top the same shade as this. Or actually, no. Simple, better solution. Just make that this color. Because it was kind of like a weird thing that I didn't like seeing. Alrighty, that looks good. I will say, hold on. I want to experiment with moving the bottom one up half a block. Like that. Just see what a little thinner one would look like, potentially. Okay, that's something. Okay, I have kind of an idea of what I want the actual like supporting structure to look like, but there's a cool, I think it was Skyport. I just need, this level had something similar going on. I just kind of want to see how they did it, and then I might do something similar depending. Yeah, kind of. Why is that not a thing? Kind of like super sparsely hanging things. That's kind of what I want to go for. Okay, yeah. I'm a knower. So... yeah, it's like tricky. I might. Shit, what might I do? I might move these back down. Which trigger did I use to make the parallax? The gradient trigger. These ones. And then also moving and scaling triggers. That's like the actual like groups they have were already put there. Those are on the satellite. I just gave them the same groups. Oh, if I go back here, I think it's... Which gradient is it that, like, is the middle one? I don't know. There's a gradient here that marks the very middle of the level, and it's like this line right here. I'll tell you what. It's 1, that would just be 1 for 2 is 25. So let's go. Let's do some simple math here. 1 over 1.5. That's a really simple calculation that I just can't do in my head for whatever reason. 1 over 1.5. Okay. So this will be halfway between that and that. So let's make another layer here. I'm going to move these into a better position. Let's go ahead and... What? Oh, I only selected one of them. Yeah, give me a U. You guys come down here. What's my next free? 205. Okay. 205, so... Be scaling to 0.666. That's the devil number. And this will be moving 0.333. Yes. 205. Actually, it doesn't need to be scaled to that. I mean, I guess I might as well. It's only a 10-second part. I don't need to have this parallax looping, so I'm not gonna bother with that. So I want to be directly over it. And I guess I have kind of already committed to using background colors for this. So I'm gonna make this a bit more saturated, slightly darker. That shade looks good, potentially. And I'll worry about rendering this later. Let's make this 20. So that'd be 6. Let's make it, yeah. I think 3 of these could work. And then, is this in the middle? I don't know where the middle is. Okay, no, the middle is this black line. Okay, now I do have it around the middle. So that would be the middle right there. Let's move it out a little bit more. So, yeah. Okay. I want these having 205, right? Yeah. Okay, yeah. Not worried about rendering these right now. Sad and easy. Okay, that's... Yeah, that actually lines up perfectly. I'm just gonna slap these right here. Just for the entire, like this. Try to go along like that. I just want to see how this works and lines up. So, 205 starts toggle off, but then once you get to this part, 205 toggles on under here. Let's just see what that looks like. Just want to see. I have to color grade that some. Yeah, but you see the issue is like the beam is kind of way down there. So I need to move it up a little bit, maybe. Okay, let me grab these. Throw it up like here. Okay, now I get a much better view of how to grade this. I think that color works. Or actually, maybe I could lower it down a little bit, because it's getting in the way of the satellite. I could just have it resting on top of this, although that might look a little weird. And also I need the scaling to start before this starts. When is this area move? Area move. I'm going to... It starts directly on that. So the scaling on this one right here, but moving it slightly forward a little bit. Okay, that should be a less jarring transition. It is way up there. The hell? Okay. Maybe don't do that. There we go. So I'd have to give the green ones should have group 205 as well, should they not? Yeah, okay. Does it have 6? Yeah. Okay. It's going to take a while to set up. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's better. Okay, I want to see if I can't line this up better with this. Okay, that didn't select anything. Why? It's lined up perfectly there. I want to have it lined up with that of the thing. That of the thing. Oh god, I'm really good at this, by the way. If you couldn't tell. Maybe I could use these, actually. Now that I'm looking at it. Let's see about this. Hold on. Look at how different the colors are. This might be a foreground thing. Hold on. I'm gonna keep this off on the side for now. Yeah, okay. I'm like, the more I'm thinking about this. Okay. Start rendering these. See if we don't get anywhere. I'm getting pinged. Oh, it's in here. That's gonna get annoying soon. Well, let me look at my beautiful reference images up here. So, any other like weird details I can add to this to make it look a little more interesting. Not entirely sure. This is the moon. Okay. Can I like mute this server and yeah, just for like a couple hours? There we go. I'm not really sure what else I could be at. The thing is, God, there's so much I want to add to it. I'm just gonna keep this like that for now, and then all these in the middle need to be on a much lower layer. I'm gonna put these down to -20 per chance. And then also, since they're kind of below, actually, no. I will need to do this. Bam, bam, bam. Turn grid stuff off, please. Yeah, it doesn't need to be perfect, but right, this above one. Get some shading on that. It's probably a little too large. Actually, let me set it up, you know, like close to that. It'd be better. Okay, bam, bam. That. And warp it. There you go, perfect. There's that. And actually, let's move these up layer 2. So I can put some stuff under it. Holy shit, I'm buttered live. Yeah, no, Lilacs the Stream Demon. What the holy... I thought that was your wallpaper. No. No. Okay. Copy this. Paste this. Bam. 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 Paste color. Why the hell did that not do anything? There we go. And then we'll do the same thing for over here. There we go. Now we're starting to get these kind of rendered a little bit. This looks a little weird. Fortunately, I have a great and beautiful solution for this. This colored 3DL top left object, as I guess it's referred to as in the game, you can kind of like stack them on top of each other, and you get a really clean looking thing. And you can slot this thing right here in the middle. And then bam, you get like a little rivet or whatever. And then also put one up here with this color. This color. Okay, there's that. Now, I will need to make something on it to kind of show that it's holding this up. But for now, I just want to like kind of... just put some random bullshit down. See if any of it works. Adding random lines is usually just a good way to make things to have more detail than... appear to have more detail than they actually have. And Allium is a great way to do that. This mod is so good, and it's awesome, and I love it. Okay. Yeah, now, since this is, like, very tileable, I can just grab these things now. And check this out. If I go bam, 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 look, it just lines up perfectly. And I can just copy and paste my highlights and shading. Oh, it's just so nice. The nice thing is, since this is also not looped at all... oh, hello, where did that go? Come back. Nope. This will allow me to player color level. Yeah, there are player colors in this, believe it or not. So this will allow me to kind of hook some things up on this. So I would probably actually want to like put this on a bit of a higher layer, maybe. I don't know, but let's take a look at what this looks like. Yeah, see, there you go. Those highlights immediately just made it look better. Why? That's still being goofy. Oh, because you know why? Because I moved it? Yeah, okay, that's why it was not fitting off the right spot. So I want a thing. A thing. A thingy thing. The thingiest thing that ever thanged. Let us. Lettuce. You guys like lettuce? I think it's pretty good, right? What if I put, like, a canister over it? I'm definitely not stealing ideas from that cool piece of concept art up there. No, why would you ever assume that? So let's go here. Let's grab a color, why don't we? This is a little closer to us. I'll make it a little brighter. Kind of like that. Copy paste, yada yada yada. Bam. Paste color. Kind of like this. This also need to be on B2, just so it is not dumb and stupid. Okay, I want this to be forward by a little bit, so I'm just gonna, like, write these down. So we had 1.5. And then I'm going to do... Let's do 5 increments of... How precise do these get, actually? As precise... Okay, up to the 10,000th place. Okay. Or, sorry, the 1,000th place. So let's do that. Let's get a couple layered increments here. Because otherwise doing, whatchamacallit, like a circle gradient parallax, that's not something I want to mess with. This way is kind of just eyeballed and works a lot better. Okay, I need my calculator out. Right, okay, so we're gonna obviously have a lot of groups for this, so let me just... What's my next 3 here? Hold on. Okay, so it's just gonna go up by 1. And these things are fucking white. That's not what or blue. That's not what I wanted. Okay. It is time for some math here. Okay. What is 1 divided by 1.505? That's a number. Okay. 0.664. Okay. Now, what is 1 minus that answer? Wait, no, hold on. 1 minus parentheses 1 divided by 1.505. Aha, okay, that's what that is. 0.335. They're barely gonna notice a difference in this. Whatever. Okay, now we just repeat that over, so 1 divided by 1.51, 0.662. And then we have... Can I copy my answer? Is there, like, anywhere to just do that? Calculator, copy and paste. Is there anything? I don't know how to use it. I feel like I'm an idiot trying to figure this out. I think it's like the MC button, right? Is it not? Oh, okay, that's what it does. Okay, so M plus adds it to memory, and then M recall. M. Okay. So add this to memory, and then I do 1 minus memory recall. Okay, see, that makes so much sense. Okay. So this would be 0.337. God, I'm so smart. Oh, wait, no, it was going to be this one, lol. Alright, that's how that works. We're learning things together, guys. Okay. I'll clear, so 1 divided by 1.515, bam. Add that to memory. 1 minus that, bam. Why is that negative? Okay, hold on. Memory clear, so 1 divided by 1.515, bam. Add that to memory. 1 minus, bam. Bam. 0.339. Okay. This is 0.660. I feel like this is just a completely inefficient way to do this, but I don't really care. Actually, I do kind of care. Hold on. I'm just gonna, you know, let's just put one at 1.6. This is gonna take too long. I don't have all day to build. 1.6. D. Why? Hello, D. I'm just gonna leave those there. I don't care. 1 divided by 1.6 is 0.625. That is easy enough to work with. 625, and that'll just be 3.75 for this. 3.75, so that's 206, so that'll be this object right here. Bam, 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 bam. I want to... What do I want to do? There's so many things I want. I want $1 million. I want a house. I want a car. And I want this to look good. Unfortunately, I can't always get that. I want to... Let's change the font here. Hold on. I remember doing this a while back. There's... Where is it? It is font 60 is the one I want. I'm going to trace these, but they're more easily traced if they're like this. Hello, that is not a valid blending color. Light background is this one. So I'm just gonna trace these real quick that way, because like text is layered super funky compared to everything else. Like it's like the new 2.2 objects that are just not layered properly for whatever rhyme or reason. So I'm gonna do this. This should not take me too long. Okay. I feel like I remember doing this for a different level where I like layered things or where I traced over this text. Right, so if there's one thing I've learned about like doing cool sci-fi stuff like this is that adding random numbers looks really cool. Okay, there we go. I think you did a Jam Mini CC thing. That was like one number though. I want more numbers. There was like a platformer collab that I participated in a while back that is top secret and I shouldn't be telling you guys about, but I think I did it in that. The issue is I don't think I have that saved on my computer anymore. So what are you gonna do? Okay. Isn't this so much fun? I'm having so much fun doing this. Alrighty. This thing is hanging. This is hanging over. Oh no, it's not actually. Okay. Alrighty. That took a minute. What we got cooking here? I'm tracing numbers is what I was doing, because numbers that are composed of just regular blocks will actually be layered properly and will behave, unlike these things, which are the devil, and I hate them. I'm going to add these to my awesome list of collection of custom objects, which is accompanied by such great things such as, I don't know what that is, Velcata plushie, Sergio's guy, the Nate FH thing. I don't know what that is. That's fucking terrifying is what that is, actually. Let's actually stop doing this. I'm getting scared. Alright, we have these things. That's all that matters. And I want to copy values. Let's make this number, what's a cool number? Let's go with 06, sure. That's what I will designate this one as. I kind of want this to be like a different hue, almost. There you go. 109. I feel like there's not enough room on this for this to be 109, unfortunately. Okay, I'm gonna adjust the kerning on this a little bit. Okay, that all has 206 now. Okay, let's see what that looks like. Okay, that was interesting. Hold on, something. Really? No, that felt so wrong. That felt so wrong. What? Oh, because I went in the wrong freaking direction. That's why it's wrong. Hold on, this needs to be 1.4. Hold on. 1 divided by 1.4. Yeah, okay, duh. That's why it fucking was horrible. 714. That was not my finest. Okay, then 0.285. Okay, yeah. That should be better suited in 3D space now. Lol, okay, I won't do that again. See, okay, yeah, that looks better now. Whatever, man. Okay, I'm gonna put 2 of these in the middle. Yeah. 7 and 8. So these will just be like the intermediary ones. So 0.5, 3, and 5, 6. No. 4, 6, and 4, 3. Yeah, that's what it was. Okay. 1 divided by... No, not 1 times. 1 divided by 1.46. Bam. Okay, point... Whatever. No, point to a 9 is the next free group? What? Okay. 684. Just so it kind of is being filled up a little bit. 0.684. And then 1 minus whatever that was. 315. Okay, let's get one more of those. 210, sure. This would be 1.43. Okay, so 1 divided by 1.43, like 699. That'll be really easy because that's just 0.301. Right. It's all good and dandy. Why did I make these 9 and 10? I literally... Oh my god, that's... I'm dumb. 7 and 8. Okay. I literally made groups for these. That should work now. Let's just move these under here. Creators have stumbled upon an aimbot stream. Yeah, welcome in. I'm trying to like set up things in a 3D space right now. Okay, let's see, that was a little better. It actually kind of looks like a cylinder. Oh, I need another one of these. Let's... Oh my god, that perfectly lined up. That was insane. How did I do that? I need a 7. Did I scale these at all? Oh, I appear to have not have. Nice. This is clean. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I'm also going to put one on fucking... What is this? 205? Yeah, sure, whatever. 5. Yum. Alright, let's see that. That works, right? Yeah. Okay, how long have I been going for? Okay, I got like another 40 minutes I can build for it, then I gotta go. I want to do a really, really, really awesome, cool thing, but it might take a lot of planning and prepping in order to accomplish such a horrible, horrible idea. In the meantime, though, I have a cool thing that I want to do for each of those satellites. What groups are these? These are 165. Okay, now I have it listed down here. I think it's 168 to 165, with 168 being the closest. Yeah, okay, so let me see if I can't do something cool. So, just grid snap here. So I'm gonna design a little kind of holder scaffolding thingy for each one of these. Anchor. And then I kind of want it to go, like, way out. Like such. That's where the middle ones will be, and then make these thinner. Let's turn anchor off. Yeah, kind of like that. And then I'll put a support beam in the middle of some of them because I feel like it. Is that too busy? I don't think so. Actually, maybe it's better just like that. I don't know. We'll play around with it. We'll find out. If we go like that. And then I want these out. So yeah, an extra 3 blocks. And then, yeah, I can design a thing to kind of like be held on them. Yeah, so kind of like dangling down from it, there'll be a thing. And these will be like pretty silhouetted, so I don't really have to worry about shading these. Kind of something like that, right? And these will kind of go over every single satellite. Okay. So these need to have 65, 66, 67, 68. Okay. I'm going to, yeah, do a thing where I do it like this. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. This will be 65. Okay. $65, 66, 67, 68. I'll put them up like here, and then I'll give these unique groups so I can actually, like, move them down. How far away was this? This was 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 3 is 165, so it'll be 150, and then every preceding one will be 50 more. So 209, 10, 11, 12. So 165, 209, okay. Let's put the move triggers on top of them. So 209, move negative 150, and then every preceding one will be 50 extra. Make these all spawn triggered. Next regroup, 213. Spawn 213 way back here. This way it's just like I can work with it and it's not getting in the way of everything. Okay, let's see what those look like. Huh, interesting. Why did that happen? That was wrong. That was super wrong. Why was that super wrong? That should be correct. That should be super correct, actually. Okay. I'm so confused as to why that didn't work. So 5, 6, 6. Yeah, that should have worked. Hold on. Oh, they didn't get moved anywhere near where they needed to be. What the hell? Look at that. Oh! Oh my god. It's 100. It's 100 extra. 250. 350. Oh my god, I am so dumb and stupid. There we go, there they are. I just need to layer those properly. B4. Yes. B4 layer a billion. I don't know, I'll put them at 100 just so they're not interacting with anything in the background. Okay, now... You see my issue now? Is this an extreme demon? Probably, yeah. Okay. I have another issue now where it's like, I want... Something is telling me to put these on B4 now. They are on B4. Oh, God, this is just so weird. It's like, it's right there. It's like, I need them to be layered on top of them, but like kind of not really, if that makes sense. It's like, if I look at this, you can see what the issue is, right? It's like, they're there where they need to be. I need them to be above that, though. Well, it's like, I need them to be above it on one half, but below them on the other. So that front-facing plane needs to be beneath them. God, this is so confusing. Or is it actually? Hold on. No. You know what I'm going to have to do? Shoot, okay. Oh my god, I'm just realizing now what I'm going to have to do. Okay. So, we're going to have to create two different things of this, so. we'll have to have one of these on B3. So the B3 one will be on first. And then it'll toggle on the B4 one. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh no, oh no. Okay, I'm gonna need to make, like, copies of these then. Okay. These will need to have weird, unique groups. 214. 215. Okay, I'm gonna have to like start marking these down. Okay. 214. 215. And then, yeah, they'll have to switch over. Because, like, those will toggle off at the same time. No, hold on. Shoot. Hold on. I'm thinking, like, how this is going to work. 16, 17, right? I'm only going to worry about this one side. Oh, God, sorry. This is going to be a lot easier if I, like, have it up here. Okay, so at first, I need it to be B3. So I need 216 on. 216 activate group and 214 off. And then on the back side, I'm going to need the B4 one on and this top one off. So 217 activate, 215 activate. And then when it flips over, we just reverse them. Such like that. Okay, these will have 213 as well. And then these will have a new group, 218. And 218 will be directly in the middle. That should work. And I just need to repeat that for every other layer. Well, okay. Look at them, they're doing a dance. Okay, and since this is a silhouette, actually, I don't have to worry about these layering on top of each other. Let's copy these. .210 and 166. Seven to 11. 12. 168. That should work. Potentially. I'm hoping. Let me save before I fucking try this. Oh my god, how does he do it? How does he do it? He might just be the smartest, like the most, oh my god. He might just be the best to ever do it. Yes, baby, look at that. Okay, that works. That works greatly. And then yeah, I just have to... This is color background. There was no background. Why? That makes my life not fun. Well, I can just do this. And I can just copy this. And now I want Z order -100. And I can just go right over top of this one as well. Except for these, I'm actually gonna flip it. And then I'll just spawn the other group, 213. Okay, that should work. Stacked on BRAM, 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 BRAM. I did cool things today. Look at them go. Look at my little doodads. Making 3D connector pieces that go out to them. Oh, it's so cool seeing that come on. Oops, where did they go? They're gone. Wait, what? Where'd they go? Photonic. It might not be photonic. Oh, you know why they went away? Because it activated the move triggers again. Lol. Okay. These move triggers are problematic and they need to die. Let's 219 and we'll just toggle them off right before we get there. Yeah, look at I had since I'm using VRAM, since I'm using like a gradient trigger for that thing extending out, I have to make 2 different instances of these because otherwise the layering is super, super weird. So I'll have on this side, it starts off with things that are layered above the gradient, but the second you pass through the middle of it, it toggles them off and it switches to one below it. So like the layering in order doesn't get fucked up. I have to VC in a mod request stream. Oh, is that Ivy Teal stream? Have fun, I guess. You hate me. Oh, that looks good. That's good. That's great, even. Oh my goodness golly gracious, that is just looking so, so beautiful. Okay, one final thing. Hi, MSL, welcome back. Doesn't look like ground is gonna happen. Perfect, I love the spacious space. It looks like a love letter to Destiny 2. Yeah, there's like a lot of external inspiration that is going into this. You are kind of correct in your Destiny 2 assessment, I will say. Okay, I wanna... The more random details I add, I think the better, right? I don't even know what this is gonna be. This is just gonna be something. So I guess extend it out more. I don't know if this will be on screen at all, but I don't know. Yeah, that probably won't be visible, but eh. Okay, what group is this at? This is 206. Okay. I don't know. This is like super parallax mode on for this part. Like, look, it lines up basically perfectly. Oh, it's so fucking good to see that. I don't think this one lined up as perfectly, but it's still fucking good enough, right? Like, if you're playing the level, it's not something you're gonna really be noticing. Yeah, it's a little off-center there, but not the end of the world. And that might just be like an FPS thing. Every level needs at least one super parallax. See, this I have been saying this, right? Okay, one, yeah, other thing I want to add to this, so... Oh my god, dude. That's so cool and good. Okay. I'm trying to think how about I want to go about adding this. How do I want to go about adding this? This is a good question. I'm gonna add, like a walkway, I'm thinking, right? Like some little scaffolding, kind of like you see what you got going on right here. I feel like that could look really cool in the background. Could be genius instenious, as the kids say. Let's... Okay. So... I'm thinking about doing that now, and now I'm thinking about how much effort that would require, and now it's just like, do I want to do that? Okay. One thing I was, like, super adamant on adding, though. Okay. I was going to do something like this, and... I need to find a way to, like, kind of indicate that these are fastened to the backdrop. Kind of like, a really big, massive bolt or screw or rivets. Or I could do rivets. I think, yeah, rivets might work here. Thing is, how am I going to do a rivet? I could do it with... Let's assume for a second that this is my rivet. Right. I think it'd be lighter in some areas. Turn anchor off. Something like that, right? That looks like a rivet, I think. Okay, now I need to just rotate these. Oh god. Those look like rivets, right? Something like that. It's always a lot of effort for the cool things. That is just, yeah, the unfortunate reality of that. Okay. As a rule, when you're trying to make things look cool, it's just add more connecty bits. It's not actually a rule, it's just like something that I live by. Rule of thumb or mathematical thesis we have to disprove. Yeah, good luck disproving that one. Okay. Here is where the really cool thing is gonna come into play. Okay, that is fucking huge. Oh, it's gonna be awesome. This is gonna be so awesome. Okay, 306. Let's increase this is things height thing, whatever. B2 negative 6, 7. That's funny. Oh, hold on, I just realized. Before we even start this, let's adjust the whole layering of this to be way below where it actually is. Okay, there we go. So we're going to have this be a tower that goes kind of upwards. Who's this? 205. Oh, this is gonna blow all of your minds. Just want to see what that looks like before I do anything else. Give me a second. Okay, sorry about that. I had to call my dad real quick. Alrighty. You guys are absolutely not fucking ready for what is about to happen. Copy these gradients. There we go. Paste these colors on them. 25.4.18. Okay. Where the hell did they go? Here they are. But I need to do the similar thing where I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 times 560, 600. Okay. Do32, move up 600. God damn it, what the fuck are they? So up to this one. Okay, that build template didn't work at all. Okay, there we go. This will either be the greatest thing ever or kind of not that cool, but I imagine this will be awesome. It's 213, right? Yeah. Okay, let's save. Okay. Whoa. Yeah, there it is. Something like that. It's so sick. Oh, gee. Oh my god, I'm like a kid in a candy shop, dude. I'm having so much fun with this. Need to move it up a bit. Okay, need to move it down a bit. That's pretty cool. Actually, hold on. I have an idea. Let, this final one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I gotta extend this one out, like, a lot. $17, $215. Okay. Okay, where the hell is it? Oh, that was the wrong one. Okay. Interesting. That is the closest one. I need to... Oh. Swap that with these. Oops, okay. Okay, 168. It's getting kind of hard to navigate the editor, but it's still doable. It's still doable. Oh, and they're way down there. That's right. I have to adjust those. Oops. Okay. 209. 209. 209. 209. Go, yeah. Oh, did I not give these two a 6? I did. And they do. Wait, what? There's 6. Oh, it's just the layering's kind of weird on them. You know, I'm not too upset about that. That's pretty cool, man. Okay. Oh god, what the hell happened there? I have free rotate on? I do have free rotate on. That's pretty cool, man. Alright, yeah, then I'll just have to copy and paste this over there, and that should be good. Yeah, no, they are a wrong layer. That's something I'll have to fix eventually, as in, i.e., not right now. Hmm. I'm gonna move these in just a little bit closer. Oh, where did they go? They went away. Oh, wait, hold on. I know why it went away. It needs 219. That's right. Okay. I've been going for 2 hours. Okay, I'm gonna have to end the stream here, but this has been a very productive session, I fear. I got a lot done with the background. So that was cool and awesome and good. Oh. I will see you guys later. Smile.